Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And today, we're going to be talking about a post-fight interview Deontay had with an unnamed guy with a camcorder, with a mobile phone. Let's get straight into it.
I'm the one that hold the key to it all, you know. I'm the only one that able to move like I want to. When everybody did I supposed to did this. It went from 12, I should have took 12 to 15 to 75, you're 100 now. Like Shelly said, what you think is gonna be in 6 months' time? You know, we ain't on nobody else turn. Everybody feel like I didn't have nowhere to go. Wow, what he was gonna fight? What did he need to do? Look what happened. And if I did that and listened to other people, no telling where my career would be right now. No telling. I wouldn't hold these keys like I'm holding. I got the master key.
I have the master key, says Deontay Wilder. Okay, let's chop it up. Let's get into it. So Deontay says that what would have happened if he'd accepted the first offer, the 12 million or the 15 million. Later on, I believe there was an offer for 28 million. And now the offer for one fight is 40 million. And Deontay is saying, well, what would have happened if I had accepted those types of offers? How is he joyful that he has not fought Anthony Joshua? It's not about money, it's about legacy. Those were his words. But here, he sits happy that the fight hasn't happened. Now, is that just me, or is that totally bizarre? Or perhaps it's not bizarre. The man's just being honest. He's glad he hasn't fought Anthony Joshua. Why is he glad? Why is he glad?
Oh, you know, I'm the only one that able to move like I want to. When everybody did I supposed to did this. It went from 12, I should have took 12 to 15 to 75, you're 100 now.
So, he's rejoicing. He's saying the money's going up. Up and up and up. That's why he's so happy. The money's going up. So maybe it's not about legacy. Maybe it's about money. Or rather, clearly it's about money. So Deontay Wilder is happy he has not fought Joshua, because the money's going up and up and up.
What you think is going to be in 6 months' time?
What do you think it's going to be in 6 months' time? What do you think it's going to be in 6 months' time? That's his question.
He said, what you think is going to be in 6 months' time?
So, Deontay Wilder has no intention of fighting Anthony Joshua anytime soon. And why would he? Because the offers, the Dazn offers, keep going up and up and up. So if that's the case, then what is Deontay Wilder's incentive to fight Joshua? If every time he declines, the money goes up and up and up. So from that, we can clearly deduce that Deontay Wilder has no intention of fighting Anthony Joshua anytime soon. So what's the remedy? What is the remedy? Dazn have to stop making offers. It really is that simple. Dazn cannot offer this man any more money. He's now rejected the Dazn offer and accepted a fight on Showtime. This fight is not even going to be on PPV. It's not even going to be on pay-per-view. It's so clearly he's accepting a flat offer. He won't accept a flat offer from anybody else, but he's accepting a flat offer from Showtime. So it's not a pay-per-view worthy fight with Breezel. So who else is he going to fight that's pay-per-view worthy? If it's not Fury, or rather if it's not Joshua, then it would have to be Fury. Wilder has mentioned Ortiz, fighting Ortiz again. Why are you going to fight Ortiz again when you already knocked him out in the previous fight? When you previously fought? What's the point? It's either Fury or Joshua. But we've already established you have no intention of fighting Joshua anytime soon, because in your own words, the money keeps going up and up and up and up every time you turn the fight down. So your only other big money maker is Fury. And you can't go over to ESPN to fight Fury because they want to tie you in to a 4-fight contract. And we know that Fury's alleged $100 million fight for 5 fights is a grossly inflated figure. So the best you'll be looking at over there is like what? An average of 10 mil per fight. Maybe they could push up to 20 million for the Fury fight. So here sits the man who says he holds the keys, the master key. But what is the master key? The master key is saying no to Joshua offers. He is the man that ESPN have proclaimed in their latest figures as the most popular boxer in the world. But their criteria are based on a few factors: searches, internet searches, followings on social media, and endorsements. But if you look at those criteria, then their ranking of him as the #1 most famous boxer over the likes of Canelo, over the likes of Anthony Joshua, even the Tyson Fury, makes absolutely no sense. The figures don't add up. Searches have gone up for him, but he's not the most searched boxer. And why have the searches gone up? The searches have gone up because people are searching the guy who's ducking the Anthony Joshua fight, the man who's ducking the unification fight, the man who is holding hostage the one belt he has versus Anthony Joshua's 3 or 4. This is the man who's holding the WBC belt hostage. And people are searching to find out who he is. Why he's not accepting the fight. Who is this guy? It's Deontay Wilder. Social media. On Instagram, Joshua's got what? 5.7? Something like that million? Wilder's social media, Instagram, sits at something like 1.4. There's no comparison. Endorsements. Joshua gets more in endorsement fees than Wilder gets in purses for the whole year. So there's no comparison. So that's a crock of nonsense. But his social media presence, his internet search presence has certainly risen. But why? It's risen because of his constant and perpetual ducking. And his ducking is being rewarded with increased offers every time. And now he's taken a deal with Showtime to fight Breezel for what one would have to imagine is peanuts in comparison to what he was being offered at Dazn. He clearly is playing a long game, and I for one will not be following his every move anymore. We are aiding and abetting this man's so-called rise, when his rise is simply down to and due to his avoidance of Anthony Joshua. And quite clearly, as a boxing fan, this is totally unacceptable. This man is being rewarded for ducking. Champion duck. Dazn have to stop making offers to this man. These shenanigans must not be allowed to carry on. This guy will continue to avoid Anthony Joshua until he decides to retire, and then he will cash out. We thought he was going to cash out a couple of years ago, or last year. But then he realized the money kept on going up. So now he's got Joshua as his retirement plan. He will continue to fight the likes of Breezel, who put WBC put in place to protect Wilder from Dillian Whyte. He will go ahead and potentially fight Fury, possibly, because he knows Fury can't knock him out, but he could potentially knock Fury out. He will avoid Anthony Joshua for the aforementioned reasons. He will avoid Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte can potentially knock him out cold. And it is my belief that he will continue to fight B-level fighters, C-level fighters. That will be his plan going forward. I can see him stalling out the Joshua fight for easily 2 years. Do not expect Deontay Wilder to fight Anthony Joshua within 2 years. Don't expect that. Do not expect that. Deontay Wilder is going to stall this thing out until he has his retirement fight. And he will continue to protect the WBC strap by avoiding the two guys who could knock him out cold. Those two guys are Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. That, my friends, is the harsh and bitter truth. We must stop from feeding this boxing troll. That's right, I said it. He's a boxing troll with a big right hand. It's Raphael Dawkins. Leave your comments. Be sure to subscribe. The podcast is coming soon. And share. It's Combat Radio. Raphael Dawkins, and I'm out.